Well, no, it's not a joke. I accidentally keep selling products on Amazon Australia. Now, mind you, this is the same product, but I've sold 3 in like the last 1 to 2 weeks. So I was more than certain that I actually got rid of the listing and I deactivated it. But yeah, this is pretty much a reenactment of what usually happens. Wait. What? So not only that, I've actually moved from around page 8 to 10, I think, on my listing to page 2 with a few sales, and I haven't touched the listing since the last video I did on accidentally selling this product. I sold it once, and it looks like the momentum of the sales are actually going up. The only downside to this is that I have to cancel the orders because I don't have any inventory of them because I never planned on selling this. I just basically put up the listing. If you guys don't know the story behind this, I put up the listing as an example for the course that I was doing, and I'll show you guys what the product is, I'll show you what it looks like, I'll show you what the listing looks like. I'm going to be completely transparent with what the product is here, and I'm pretty much just telling you guys this just to show you again just how easy it is. If you find a product with demand, I want to show you guys how easy it can be to sell on Amazon Australia and really the potential behind it. And I might do another video as well on the potential drop shipping sides to this if you don't have any FBA inventory, if you don't have any inventory sent to the Amazon warehouse. I'm going to show you guys some other ways around that and see if you want to sell a product that's similar but you don't have the initial investment, how you can kind of get around that and what you might be able to do in terms of drop shipping. Now, drop shipping is a little bit iffy when it comes to Amazon because they have certain rules behind it. That'll be for another video though, but for now we're going to jump straight into my computer. I'm going to show you guys what the listing is, show you guys what the product looks like. I'm going to tell you guys a bit about why I think it started selling out of nowhere and just started selling even though the product listing completely, looks like complete shit. So let's get into my computer and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. Now, like I said, I'm going to be pretty transparent with this stuff here. So this is just from my dummy account that I use to do, like all the examples and stuff when I do stuff on YouTube, when I do stuff on my course, like through the course content and that. I just use this as just an account to just kind of test everything out. I might make it into a real account later on and test stuff out and test real products out. But for now, I'm just using it to test stuff and just to use examples and stuff like that. So basically, this is what happened. I remember when I did my first video on this about me accidentally selling a product. This was about 2 months ago that I did this. It'd be about 2 months ago now that I did this because that was when I first accidentally sold it, and I'm like, okay, it's just a one-off thing. It was probably just just sort of like a freak accident thing, and I just left it. I really thought I deactivated this listing because I'm like, I don't want to get a bad seller rating or get a bad product rating for this if I don't have enough stock in, because I think that what I did was I said that I had about 150 in stock, which I probably shouldn't do. I think I need to still change it. So I just left it. I cancelled the order. They don't get charged. The customer doesn't get charged, and I just left it at that. I'm gonna have to. I don't know if this comes out with. Okay, no, it doesn't. I don't have to block anything out because they don't have any information of the order of the customer, which is good. So I don't have to block anything out here. So yeah, I left it as is, and then I got another email. And then a few days later, as you can see here, got another one, and then I got another one 5 days ago. So I've ended up selling 4 of them for something that I put no time into. I just left there. And it really got me thinking as to how powerful something like this can be if you have a product that's in demand. So yeah, there was 3 sales there, so 13 days ago. So 3 sales within the last 2 weeks. The last one was 5 days ago, and I can guarantee I've spent no time looking at this product, and I still think that it's not deactivated. I don't know what's going on there. I thought I've deactivated it. I'm being completely honest when I say I thought I've deactivated this here, but I just wanted to show you guys just how simple stuff like this can be, and I'm going to show you the listing now show you how absolutely garbage it is, and it's still selling. So at the time of this, it was $29.99, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to test it out. I did this today. I'm just going to test it out and see how this goes. I know I might risk getting a bad seller rating if I keep canceling orders, but just want to do this. Like I said, it's a dummy account where I can do stuff like this on. And yeah, I put the price up. So I'll show you guys what the listing is, and I'm just going to test this out. I changed the photos up a little bit as well, and I'm just going to test it out. I'm going to see if I can refresh this and see if it comes up with the updated photos. There we go. Okay. So we've got, I brought it up to $34.99, and I've pretty much changed. I had it as a 1.5 litre one. I found out that It was 350 mils for the photos that I had. So I just got some other dummy photos up here, and I'm just going to see where this leads me. And this will probably tie into another dropshipping video, because I was going to try and do a video on dropshipping from eBay, but I think there's some legality issues there from dropshipping from eBay to Amazon. I'm going to figure that out and put it in another video here, but this is just to showcase to you guys how garbage this listing is and that it's still working. And I'll tell you guys a little bit about why I think it's working. So this is just a small one. Photos aren't anything special. Yeah, they're still high quality, but they're nothing special. They're still photos that weren't done by me. That's another thing you have to take into consideration is copyright issues for this, but I got this from an eBay listing, so these photos from an eBay listing. I wouldn't do the same for yours. If you're taking this seriously with FBA, make sure that you're doing your own photos. Please do not put this, take this from eBay. I'm just doing this for testing purposes. Doesn't bother me if this account or this listing gets shut down. I have nothing really invested into it, as opposed from, apart from just showing people, examples and things like that on there. So I'm not fussed with this. Don't do this with your main account, please. I'm just doing this to showcase to you. So this isn't even the best part about this as well. So I put this listing on there. I did a pretty standard title with pretty standard photos. Item weight, I don't even know if that's the right weight. So I haven't looked at this yet. It's Amazon bestsellers rank. So there's about 4,500 in kitchen and dining, 448 in coffee, which is not bad. In the US, if you're anywhere under 10,000, you're usually selling pretty well. Now I know that Amazon Australia isn't as populated and there's not as many sales going through, but it is growing. And for this to get a few sales in a fortnight for having no work done into it, that's pretty good. So product description, I just put a little sort of crappy description in here. This usually isn't what I do, by the way. I'm just showcasing to you what this listing is all about. So I've got no reviews on there. It's not FBA because it's not at the warehouse, so it's not fulfilled by Amazon, it's fulfilled by me, which, if I was to sell this product, I'd either have the stock at my house or I'd try and drop ship it from somewhere. So that's what the listing looks like. So that's how basic the listing is, but this is a part that really threw me and really made me realize the potential of this if you've got a product that's in high demand. So I went to one of the main keywords, coffee press plunger, because it's in my listing. So Coffee Hero is my brand name, which I use as just as an example in one of the course modules. I had Coffee Hero here. Coffee press plunger was one of the main keywords. So I typed that in and I said, okay, I want to see if I can find, it might be on page 5, 6, 7 or whatever, but I had a look here, had a look through here. I really like the look of this one as well, this coffee press here. This one would probably be doing quite well. I don't know why it's $138. They might be low on stock, but I'll tell you guys a couple of reasons why I think mine was selling even though it looks nothing like this. So it's $138, that's $38, and I couldn't find it here. I went through and look how many are silver. By the way, if I was selling this product, I wouldn't do it silver. I'd do I'd do a different color one. So I think I found one down here, which I like the look of. It might be on the next page, but all of these here is silver, and that's the first page. Mine wasn't on there. So I do something like this. This color looks quite good. That's probably an import from the US site. That's why it's got so many reviews on it. Another silver one, and here we go. Here's good old faithful Coffee Hero. Now, the funny thing about this is that it's above, like I would probably do a color similar to this. If I was selling this myself, I'd do something like this. Before we go into mine, I'd do something like this, where it's got a nice matte black color or a nice matte gray color, and they've got all these different colors available here. So I really like the way they've done the packaging. They've got an add-on accessory here. I really like it. The only thing is, look at the price. It's $65.77. Usually, if you want something like what's in a price range where people can impulse buy, you're looking at something that's $50 or under. So that's probably one reason why mine's made it above his. This guy's listing could be a female, his or her listing. I'm not sure. Why mine's made it above their listing. So mine was $29.99. Now I'm testing this out and see if I get any more sales. I put up the price to $34.99. That could be one of the reasons why, because of the pricing. Another one could be because mine was nice and simple. Like I said, I changed the photos up because I'm just testing out different things on this. But this is the big thing that really interests me in this. I put no effort whatsoever on this in the listing. It was a totally terrible listing. I think that it would have sold more if I had better photos and better description and whatnot. I probably would have sold even more. But with absolutely minimal effort with this, I started selling these products. Now, I think the main reason for this is because it has demand. There are so many people. Look how many people around you drink coffee. That's the main thing. That's one of the things that I want to really, I want you guys to think about is look how many people drink coffee, and it's always in demand. Coffee is always going to be in demand. And this kind of thing, now that we're moving into an era where people are, getting more alternative, I guess, with their coffee, and people are drinking more tea and things like that. Some people don't want the standard, pod coffee, or they don't want the standard, sometimes barista coffee. They want to try it differently. They might want to go for a coffee press. They might want a different taste of coffee. They might want to try different things. So that could be another reason why, but it's because coffee is always in so much demand, and you really have to think about that. It's better to go into a product with high demand, have a bit more competition, rather than going into a product with no demand. You might think, oh, there's like 2 sellers on this this particular product, but if they've got no demand, who's going to want to buy your product? That's really what you're going into it. Another reason is a coffee plunger is always going to be viable. It's always going to help people because they need coffee. People always need coffee. You're fulfilling a need. People need coffee. It's like their routine. They're going to need a routine. Coffee's part of their routine. Coffee plunger, that sets into their routine. So that's another thing as well. Now, I can't tell you why. Mine is like the same silver one as everyone else's. I can't tell you why some people bought mine over theirs. Again, that might come down to pricing. But that's another thing to take into consideration with this kind of thing. I'm just showcasing this to you guys because, going back here again, I sold what? 1, 2, 3, 4 of them with minimal effort. That was, everyone bought $29.99. $29.99 it was each for this. They looked at this listing with the one photo, with the terrible listing, and thought, hey, this looks like a pretty good product. It's a coffee plunger that I need. It's nice and simple. There we go. They purchased it. Unfortunately, like I said, I had to cancel this, but it just goes to show, guys. So before I end this video, I'm gonna do a little outro bit on this video. But yeah, guys, the opportunity is absolutely massive on Amazon Australia. So please take this in mind. Take this into consideration. These 2 things. 1, make sure there's demand. 2, make sure you're solving a problem for people when you are going to choose your product to sell on Amazon. So coming to the conclusion of this video, I really want to say to you guys, and just to remind you that this Amazon stuff, it's so real. You can so make it or become successful when it comes to selling on Amazon. When I do this in quotations because people really they have different opinions on what defines success. Some people think success comes from making $1 million when it comes to Amazon. No, I think for my definition of success is being able to do it. Success is going on there, being able to sell a product, putting in work, putting in the hours, and then seeing that turnover and being able to actually sell products on there. And I'm saying this in this sort of retrospect because a lot of people don't believe that Amazon Australia is still a thing, when really the results are talking for themselves. The growth on Amazon Australia is already becoming apparent. And back then, about a year ago, I said it's going to take maybe 3 to 5 years to really grow. It's it's coming out a lot quicker than what I thought it would. And with this Amazon PPC, with the advertising on Amazon coming out now, it's becoming more apparent. And with the results of my students too, it's really amazing to see that these students, people are growing from, let's just say 1 to 2 sales every 2 to 3 weeks to now 1 to 2 sales every day. Some students are getting 2 to 5 sales a day. And then you've got, the more extreme sides of the spectrum where they're doing 3,000 to 5,000 per month. And that all takes time to grow. It all takes this brand building. It all takes this reviews and really get the snowball effect rolling. But it's so viable. Amazon Australia, you guys need to realize that you don't have to, take my course to do it. You don't have to take anyone's course to do it. You can start learning on your own. And I make the course, I do the course that I do, and I teach people that are interested in being taught, because I have the steps there to teach them. And this isn't end of this video isn't going to be me preaching about my course or anyone's course for that fact. You don't have to take a course. What I'm saying is you need to start learning it, and you really need to start creating that side hustle and creating that online income, because it's 2019, guys. That's you know, whether it's through Amazon, whether it's through eBay, Shopify, whatever you want to do, I really need to drill into you guys that 2019, if you haven't done it yet, you really need to start looking at an online income, whether it's going to replace your full-time income, or it's going to be a side hustle income, whatever it may be, you need to start learning and you need to start getting involved with it all. So that's my ending message. That's all I want to say to you guys. If you guys need any help when it comes to Amazon FBA, comment on this video, send me a message. My Facebook's always going to be linked down below. You can send me a private DM if you want. I'm more than happy to help with any questions that you have. But apart from that, guys, hope you guys are having a wonderful day today, and I'll see you guys very, very soon.